Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy. And as always, I'm joined once again by Jim.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Enjoying the nice spring, summer-like weather again.
There you go. So we are once again in Bettendorf, Iowa.
The Quad Cities.
The Quad Cities, to the layperson.
Yes, the QC.
Yes, the QC.
As a common folk call it.
As a common folk call it now, yes.
Yep.
And this time we are at Cities Brewing.
Yes.
And this is kind of a cool, kind of a quick side note. If you remember last week when we were at Twin Spans, I said, go to the Quick Star and you'll see the sign. You look across the road and there's a Quick Star right across the road from this brewery too. So
yes,
it's kind of interesting how that works out. But this seems pretty cool, this place. Right now we're sitting outside on their patio and they've got a couple of fire tables going. A lot of seating actually out here.
And it's not overly big.
No.
But it's a nice, quaint.
Compared to Twin Spans, the building's probably a little bit smaller.
Yep. But
boy, I mean, inside was really nice. They had a lot of seating in there. They have a shuffleboard table.
Yeah.
They had 16 of their own beers on tap.
Yep.
And we've got 10 of them that we're going to try today.
See if we can get through it.
Yes. And when we're looking at their merch, of course, our wives and my daughter are looking at the merch, and it's a lot of it is like dog inspired. They have like a dog on it and such. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buying something. So we'll see how that goes.
Lucky you.
Lucky me. So I guess.
Yeah, well, we don't have much detail on how long it's been going or anything. It's well worth our try.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're in the area, you got to stop. It's a cool place. I mean, just the inside of the building itself was really a neat place. And people, you'll see that if you go on our
pictures
on our social media. We'll have pictures on there and such. So it's a cool place. I'm glad we stopped. So now we're going to see just how the beers are, the important stuff.
Yes.
So the first beer that we're going to try is Bulldog Blonde.
Bulldog.
So it kind of fits in with the dog theme. This is a 5.2% ABV, 18 IBUs. And let's see, it says, the balanced malt base sweetens your taste buds before the hops get energetic with floral aromas. A refreshingly light bitterness and bready finish round out this Bulldog Blonde, making it perfect for those ready to dive into the world of craft beer. Best enjoyed with tunes in the background and friends by your side.
Nice. Yeah, that one too.
And we actually came out here so we didn't have the tunes in the background because it makes editing more difficult. So
that one tastes really good. That is really good.
Oh wow, that does have a sweetness to it.
Yeah,
boy, for a blonde ale, that is actually really good.
That's really good. I mean, that's probably one of those scary good ones because it's 5.2%. It tastes really easy drinking.
Yeah, for sure.
Good flavor. Really, wow. For the first beer of the day.
That is pretty wild.
That's the good way to start.
That's a good way to start. I mean, that is. I know this one went quick, but I guess Jim, what do you think on that one?
I'm very pleasantly surprised. I mean, if we weren't doing the tasting, I think I'd go in and get a pint of that right now.
I would agree.
Gosh, I'm going to break the ceiling and go 2.9 right off the bat.
I'm going a 3.0. Honestly, I think for a blonde ale, could be one of the best blonde ales I think I've had.
I know
that is really impressive.
That is really good. The way everything balances just perfect. The finish is smooth.
Yeah,
no bad aftertaste. Wow,
and that is wild.
They set the bar kind of high under beer number one.
It could be that was the top one, and where it's all downhill from here, we don't know. But boy, that is kind of crazy. Because like I said, normally your blonde ales don't have a lot of flavor to them, and that one was really good.
And it was good flavor.
Yeah. Yeah,
really
that is wild.
Wow. Huh. Well, all right, well.
I guess we might as well go to the next one.
What are we on now?
So the next one we have is Crushin Tangerine Wheat.
All right.
This is a 5.4% ABV, 22 IBUs.
Okay.
And it says it's a fruited wheat beer.
Ooh, all right.
Packed full of tangerine goodness and positive vibes. Get ready to crush this beer all summer long.
Wow. All right. Well, that's encouraging.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see what
we got.
Well, you can smell the.
I smelled the wheat.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I can't tell if it's a tangerine smell or if it's just kind of a citrusy.
Oh, yeah. Like a little bit there.
You can taste the tangerine.
Oh,
there's a lot of flavor in that.
That's good too.
That is wild. The tangerine covers up the wheat. And the wheat takes a little bit of the
tangerine
away.
Wow, that's really good. Wow.
That is crazy.
Wow, that is.
And I've, ladies and gentlemen, it's funny because I've never heard of these guys before.
No.
And then again, Jim is our research guy. And once we say, hey, we're going to this area, and he starts digging into it and we kind of set up a game plan. And just looking at the beers they had, I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought there's
nothing really jumped out.
Yeah, nothing. But wow, these
Flavors.
first two flavor-wise have been
really good.
Really good. That is kind of wild.
Yeah, this is
man. That is good
for a wheat beer.
Wow.
Wow, very, very good. Yeah, I could definitely see.
We may have already painted ourselves into a corner.
I mean, crush this beer all summer long. Well, I could drink this all summer long, I think.
I agree. Wow. That is, on a hot day, like in the middle of the
summer.
For
a wheat beer?
This is good.
Have we had a wheat beer that tastes like this before? This good?
I'm sure I was going to say, we probably had some that maybe tasted similar, but this is really good.
All right, well, I went first last time.
Jeez.
You going the top off?
I'm going to 3-1. I think this is really good. And I could already be in trouble. I don't know. But I think flavor-wise, that is just crazy.
Yeah, for a
crazy good flavor.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not over the top like, like you're drinking a orange juice in the morning.
Right. Yep.
It's just got the right flavor to it.
And that it works. The wheat and the tangerine. It works. I mean, they got really the right amount in there, and it's like, dang.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go right in there. I'm going to go with 3.0.
Okay.
I'm very pleasantly surprised on our second one. I mean, we're 2 for 2.
I'm afraid.
Yeah,
I'm afraid. Yeah,
they're doing really good. So that's awesome.
So, well, we might as well just keep this party rolling for just a minute.
All right.
The next one we have is Horta. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
It's a Baltic porter, 6%.
All right. A little bit higher.
6% ABV, 30 IBUs. Lightly smoked Baltic porter with subtle cinnamon and roasty, lingering pepper heat on the finish.
Oh, wow.
So this could be interesting.
This will be a good combination for us, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to have cinnamon and then pepper.
Some kind of pepper for the heat.
It smells like a Baltic porter.
Yeah, you can smell the, like that almost
You can
smoky,
almost get that, yeah.
That smoky smell.
I was going to say it's either that or a peppery smell, but I guess that's smoky. Yeah.
Wow. The pepper's just a touch of
pepper on the finish. Just very touch. Light, though. Yeah. It's not like spicy, like, ooh.
Wow.
I do get a little cinnamon.
Right.
I mean, but there again, it's not over the top. You know what I mean? It's kind of that, when you take that first taste,
it kind of mellows out
it gets the cinnamon, and then it goes into the pepper.
Right. And it mellows out that.
I'm trying to see. I guess the pepper really, it's not like it lingers a lot. I still kind of taste it a little bit, but that's not bad.
No, I mean, last week we went to the Twin Span.
Yes.
They had a Baltic porter there that I wasn't a huge fan on.
Yep.
It was a little bit too smoky for me. This is, the cinnamon and the pepper really add to this.
I think this is probably the first time we've had a Baltic porter that has had that combination of cinnamon and pepper.
Really, they really did
works.
They did a good job of that one too. Wow.
That is wild.
We're in some, I mean, this is a really good.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. They've got it down to a science.
That shouldn't work, but it works really well.
I know. They are doing good work.
I really enjoy how the cinnamon goes into that pepper.
Yep.
Because sometimes you get a lot of cinnamon and it's hot like a pepper, but that cinnamon is very mellow, and then it hits that pepper, and it's not like,
it's not
crazy
ghost pepper.
No. But it's just the right balance.
Just enough so you know it's there.
Yeah. And then you sit there and you can feel it in the back of your throat just a tiny bit. That's good.
Wow, that is amazing. That's. I think we've been just ratcheting this up each beer.
At some point, it's probably going to come crashing down. But now, it's like the first 3 have been really good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wow, I think I'm actually going to go a 3.3. I'm going to step it up even higher than. This is a good Baltic porter.
I'm in agreement. I'm gonna do a 3.3 as well, because that worked. that is crazy that it works, and it works. That
really
is
good.
Wow. Dang.
It's rarefied air again. We're at a brewery. The first 3 have been spectacular.
Well, you think about it. There's not many times we've been where the first, like you said, the first 3 are all like, they just get better and better and better. Where, we've had where all of a sudden you have 1 or 2 are really good, and then there's like, because here, we went in blind,
Right.
We have no idea how we've never had any of these a beer from this place, and they're all working right now.
And what's I think unique too is our scores are higher.
Yeah.
You know, we've been in some places where the beers are okay, and they stay in that 2.5 range.
Yep.
But these are all above average.
Yeah.
We haven't had anything that's even average.
No.
These are all in the
I mean, right now our low is a 2.9 or a 3.
Right. For you, it's a 3 and me, 2.9. I probably could even bump that up too. So very good start.
This is crazy.
All right. So what do we got? What's on the next?
Well, no, the next one I'm a little worried about.
All right.
This is Crushin on Amber.
Uh-oh. Didn't we talk about Amber last week?
Yeah, remember Twin Span? It was
the
Twisted's sister. It was his twin sister.
It was
Amber.
And the beer was
an Amber style.
Yep, amber in color.
So we'll see if this guy had a secret crush on her maybe. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it could be inside info.
I don't want to try and start any trouble. I'm just saying, who knows?
Yes.
So this is a 5.7 ABV, 22 IBU.
Nice.
It says this amber is made with 100% German Red X malt.
Nice.
This malt gives the beer its beautiful ruby color. The malt sweetness is pleasant and finishes clean. The medium body and moderate ABV will allow you to crush a few of them.
Oh, well,
it definitely looks like a classic amber color.
Yep.
I mean, that's a nice color.
It sure does. Pours good.
I hate to say it, but we're splitting a taster glass, and I haven't spilled one yet, so I shouldn't say anything or I'll jinx myself, but it smells like an amber.
Smells like an amber. Smells good.
It's a little bit different take on an amber. It does have more sweetness to it.
It's got more sweetness.
More sweetness than what I was expecting. That's not bad.
Wow, the sweet, and it finished, like I said, finishes clean. I mean, it's...
You know, that sweetness, the sweetness almost has and I'm probably way off base, it almost tastes like kind of a melon type flavor to it, doesn't it? Like a
kind of
cantaloupe or a...
I don't know exactly what that is. What makes the sweetness...
Well, it's the malt, but...
It mixes perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of how to describe that. And to me, it almost tastes like a cantaloupe, muskmelon or whatever those melon like that.
But that flavor doesn't like shoot out at you.
No.
It mellows out the malt.
Yeah.
But I mean, for that sweetness to come through like that, but it's not a sugary sweetness.
Correct.
Which is different than the fruit sweetness that I think we're tasting.
Yep.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah, there's something.
Wow.
Something's going on here. I don't know. It's weird.
We are in some uncharted area.
We've got way too many good tasting beers on here.
And again, I don't know if we've said this enough, but we did not know anything about 5 Cities Brewery. We've never been here.
Nope.
And we just looked on the interwebs to see.
Yeah, just to see what was in the area.
Right.
So and there's a lot. If you're not familiar with the Quad City, there's a lot of breweries here.
Right. And we're on a long weekend trip.
Yep.
But we're in the middle of trying to taste as many as we can to give the listeners a different, if they want to go on a day trip or something, I would definitely recommend stopping here.
If you wanted to come down for a weekend or something, oh boy, there are, and like I said, we've got quite a few more we're planning to hit yet in the next 2-3 days, and
so like this,
yeah, just like this. I never thought that. Well, like remember when we were in Des Moines. They had a lot of really good breweries there. Right. And when we were in Cedar Rapids, they had a number of them that were very good. But right now, the 3 we've been to so far, it's like they've been really good.
This is really
and this place, like I said, for the fact that we've never heard of them, never had any of their beers, this is crazy. They are really good.
Wow. Well, should I start
if you want.
Wow, that is a good. I'm going to have to go with 3-1. It's going to be in my 3 range. It's good. I got nothing. I can't say anything bad.
And that's the sad part because we've got 6 more
to go.
And this is just wild. I'm going to go with 3-2 so I don't have a tie. Yeah. But for an amber, that is really good.
That's one of the better ones we've ever had probably.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. So far, we've had probably one of the best blonde ales we've ever had. One of the best ambers we've ever had. Their beer? Baltic porter was like
their wheat beer.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Well, this is freaking me out because if either it's going to continue to just blow us away, or the next brewery we go to is going to really not be good. I don't know.
And we're on our last one for this flight.
Their flights are 5 in a flight. So we do have, like I said, we have 10 of their 16.
Yep.
We didn't go too much on. We do have an IPA, and we do have a sour in this next flight. The one thing when you had talked to him about the sours and the IPAs, we had asked, for the sours, are they the really tart sours? And they had 3 on tap, and he said 2 of them are lean kind of more towards the tart side. The one we took was kind of on the sweeter side.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. And then their IPA, we went with kind of their smoother, a little less hoppy IPA. So they do have something for everybody if you're looking for that tartness or that really hoppy beer.
And I think the other good part too is online, they do give a good write-up about it. I don't think it's not nearly as good as what was on Twin Span, but it gives you a good idea of what you're going to be tasting.
Yep, for sure.
And everything's been spot on so far.
So the next one, now this one,
all right, well, we're
by the name, I'm not sure, but we'll see. So this is Rainbows and Butterflies, and this is a Dopplebock. Okay. So now, if you remember, my brother brews Dopplebock, and very good. So it's going to be interesting to see how this compares. This is a 7.8% ABV, so this is the highest one so far.
Yeah, this
that we've had. 18 IBUs. So again, I wouldn't expect a Dopplebock to be real hoppy. So this one, it says very rich and malty, strong malt flavor with some Maillard products and toasty notes. I don't know what Maillard is.
That's not a Mallard, is it?
No. Hopefully not.
Not a cousin of a Mallard?
Hopefully not.
Okay. Yep.
Clean lager character. Invariably, there will be an impression of alcoholic strength, but this should be smooth and warming rather than harsh or burning.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a good sign.
It's a little bit more brown than what that amber was.
Yep.
But it's still not real dark.
It's not heavy dark.
No.
But it looks good.
Smells like a Dopplebock.
Yes, it does.
That's almost got
what's that flavor?
Definitely I don't get like a boozy, like they were talking about.
The alcohol.
That you'd have like alcohol strength. I don't really get like a strong alcohol taste to it. It's almost got like
there's a flavor that's really sticking out. I can't pick up what it is.
I'm trying to think of how to describe it.
It tastes good, but there's like a different in the middle. Right in the middle of it. I don't know what it is.
And I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's kind of
maybe it's the Maillard.
It could be. Maybe it is a cousin to the Maillard.
Can we blame it on it?
We don't know what Maillard is and what it's supposed to taste like. Maybe that's what it is.
And tasty notes. I mean,
it's for a Dopplebock, it's not bad. But I'd say of the first 5, right now this one is kind of number 5 for me right now. And I do like Doppelbocks, but this has just that whatever that flavor is. They're kind of in the middle, like you're talking about. It's a little bit different.
Like I can't pick out exactly what it is. I know it's there because I tasted. I don't know what that is right in the middle. It's not offensive, but it's just different.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, I think where you want to go?
I'll go first.
All right.
This is my first one that's going to drop out of the 3s.
All right.
I'm going to go a 2.7.
All right.
I think overall it's better than average, but it does have that whatever that flavor is a little bit weird, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's not bitter. It's not tart. It's just kind of a different something to it.
Yes.
And like I said, it's still a 2.7 is still above average, but I guess it's just a little lower on mine.
And it doesn't it's not like an offensive flavor. It's just hard to describe and it's hard to pinpoint. And it's there. You just, I guess it's sometimes hard to describe some of those things. But I think I'm right there with you. I'm going to say a 2.7 as well.
Okay.
Not a bad beer.
Nope.
Just not. I mean, like you said, this is our lowest rated one so far.
Yeah. And it's still above average. So.
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely. I wish I could describe what that is. It's just a different thing to it.
So we finished our first flight.
Yep.
And we're on to
our flight number 2.
Number dos equis.
Yeah. Two Eckies.
Two Eckies. There we go. All right. So now
the first one on here is Una Mas.
Una Mas.
And this is a Mexican lager.
There we go. All right.
And it's 5.9%.
Yep.
17 IBUs. Now this one they did not have a description on their website.
No.
It's probably one we could look up if we wanted to on Untappd.
But I mean, we just had our Mexican-inspired beers not too long ago.
Yep.
And those were all Very, very good too.
Yep.
Oh,
jeepers.
Comes with a little lime in it. Oh, there you go. And you didn't spill.
Not yet. I'll probably spill as soon as I try and pour it. No.
Oh, you don't get the cherry?
No, I guess you get the lime.
All right.
I'm going to pour a little bit more. I kind of short poured myself. There we go.
Una más. Doesn't it in Spanish mean one more?
One more.
So you can have one more.
One more.
Lightning fast one.
And it's 5.9. So for a Mexican lager, it's kind of a little higher in ABV. They're typically a little bit lower, but...
Oh, you can smell the lime.
Well, that's because you got the lime. The lime is sitting on top of in your glass there. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Wow.
I was going to say that would have fit right in when we did the Mexican inspired ones.
Yep.
This would have rated up pretty good, I think. That's got a sweetness to it almost.
That's good.
Yeah.
Holy buckets.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Wow. They get this one dialed in?
Yeah.
This is wow. This is I'm impressed.
That really has like and it's not over the top sweet, but it has like just a hint of a sweetness to it.
Right.
And it's like really for a Mexican lager, it's got good flavor. Some of those have like that kind of a darker flavor, you know what I'm talking about? Yep. This doesn't have that.
No, this is
like a crisp, clean.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Finish, everything is.
That's wild. That's all I can say. That's wild.
It's very, very good. Wow.
Man. So this is, I should have said this. These first two beers, this is our international part of the podcast today.
We're branching out.
Yes, because this was the Mexican lager. The next one we have is the Italian Pilsner.
Right. We've never had good luck with those.
No, we haven't. So we'll see. Hopefully these guys come around. Yes. Do you want me to go first? You want to go first? Man, I like this. But I'm looking at the scores. It's like, okay, I'll go. Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Dang it. I knew where I was going, but that's yours. I'm going to have a tie. I'm going to go to 3.2. I like this. I think I could drink some of these. These are good.
Yeah. And guess what? I can say 3.2 and not have a tie. See, so I didn't paint myself.
When I looked, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't have 3. Oh, wait, that's Jim. Dang it.
See, I didn't paint myself in a corner.
No.
Left it open. So, yeah, that's a good one.
That is good. I am
so
impressed.
That's our 6 different style.
Yes.
And I'd say 6 really good. We've had one that's been close to average, but the 5 of the 6 have been
the rest
really
of these
good.
Have really been good.
Awesome
and we're kind of getting into a little bit of the, I guess you could say maybe the wild cards or we're not quite sure.
Right.
But that first one was very good. So maybe these other ones will be too.
Yeah, we're on a roll. What are we on now? What is this?
So the next one is their Luigi Vercottas Italian Pilsner.
Ooh.
And it says side pour. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's Italian Pilsner, 4.7% ABV, 32 IBUs.
Reasonable.
Yep. It says you can come after Ron Obvious Thirsty. Dive into this Italian Pils for a crisp, clean refreshment for all your villainous adventures.
Wow.
So whoever Ron Obvious is.
Right. Is he related to Captain?
Maybe. Maybe that's Captain Obvious's first name.
Whoa.
Could be. This is a definite light, clear
This is
beer.
Very, very light. And I mean, this might have a tinge above clear water.
Yeah.
This is
very, I mean, that is
I think I've urinated darker than this before.
I know. Oh, yeah, I have for sure.
I don't know. Just give it a little bit of a perspective.
The aroma is what you expect from an Italian. I'm kind of worried about it.
I know. It's not over the top flavor. No.
It's not as harsh as a lot the other Italian Pilsners we've had that have not been good. But you're right. There's not a huge amount of flavor to this one.
Yeah, you're not
interesting.
I don't think you can't. If you've never had an Italian Pilsner, I'd recommend trying this one first.
Oh yeah, yes.
Because this one's very, very mellow.
That aroma. Because remember those other ones we've had. It has a stronger aroma, and those ones that the flavor was really that kind of a and this isn't like that. This is better than
a smelly sock.
I was gonna say it smelled like dirty feet. Yeah, and this kind of has a hint of that. The aroma, but the flavor is not that at all.
No, it's actually pretty darn good flavor. It's just not a lot of flavor to it.
Correct.
I mean that's okay, I guess, for this style of beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. No, I just burped and it was like, ooh,
Like,
that
oh,
was
dirty feet.
where that sock come from?
So,
All right. Ooh. All
what
right.
are you thinking on that one?
Well, I think we kind of hit on a little bit. You've got to kind of like smelly socks in order to really go after this one. I'm not that kind of guy, so I'm gonna go above average a little bit, 2.6.
Okay, I was going to go with 2.5.
All right, you're gonna hit right down the middle.
Yeah, like I said, for Italian Pilsners, and we haven't had a lot of them.
Right.
This is probably one of the better ones that we've had.
Yep.
But it's still, I guess, the amount of flavor, it's not a huge amount of flavor, in my opinion.
Yep.
And then that aroma, it smells like an Italian Pilsner.
Yes, it does.
Which, like you said, kind of smells like dirty socks. And I don't know why that is. I guess the Italians maybe need to try some of these other.
And get away from that.
Yeah, maybe get away from that aroma. But like I said, it's not offensive. And you're right. I think if they've never tried an Italian Pilsner, this would be a good one to try.
Right, to start off.
It's very mellow that way.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said,
and the ABV is, I mean, it's only 4.7.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not.
So you can try it.
Yeah, on a hot day, it might taste good.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. I agree with you, man.
All right. So what are we on to?
So now we're on to Gwyneth.
Gwyneth.
And it's their Nitro Irish Dry Stout.
Ooh.
Now, they don't have a write-up on it, but it's 3.8% is all. And it's 35 IBUs.
That's low, isn't it? For a
3.8 is
stout?
pretty low for, well, your typical Irish stouts are probably, that 4.5.
Okay. Yep.
Well, if you think about Guinness, they're like a 4.8, I think.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But still, it's a little bit lower. But this is on Nitro now. It has.
So it said Nitro.
It has sat here for a little bit, so it has already cascaded, and that's done. So
the little tiny bubbles are not there anymore.
The little tiny bubbles are not there. It should still be in the beer.
All right.
So
ooh,
it smells like a dry Irish stout.
It smells dry and Irish right off the bat.
It's not bad.
I mean, the aroma is stronger than the flavor.
Correct.
You taste it. It's pretty muted almost.
If you remember last week at Twin Span, they had that dry Irish. That last one we had.
Yep.
And that had that kind of a really kind of a harsher, not a harsh, but you know what I mean, a stronger taste to it. This one, I think the Nitro mellows that down.
It mellowed it quite a bit.
Yeah. So I give them credit for that. That is
a different take on it, right?
Different take. ABV wise, very low. My opinion.
Yeah. For a stout, you don't get many stouts this low.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, I mean for a dry Irish stout, that Nitro really mellowed it down.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
almost more than what you'd want because you could almost take a little more flavor with it.
Yes, it could stand to have a little bit more flavor.
So,
but again, it's still good, I think. But that's wild. I'm pretty sure this is the first dry Irish stout we've had on Nitro.
I think so. I think you're right. Wow, it's not bad though.
No, honestly, I'm going to go a 2.8.
Okay.
Because like I said, I think that Nitro really kind of mellowed it. Almost, like you said, though, almost a little too much.
Yep.
But I think overall, it was good. I liked it.
And guess what? I got an opening at 2.8 too. I'm going to slide that one right in there with you. I think that's a good call. I'm not opposed to that. I mean, like right now, I've taken a drink and waited a couple minutes, and now my mouth feels dry. Like I need, a glass of water to rehydrate.
Sure.
So yeah, that's interesting.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
So the next one we had, okay, Jim.
Now we're getting out of our comfort zone.
Now we're getting into some more of, we needed two more, and we were trying to pick the lesser of two evils, so to speak.
To fill up the
So this is
plate.
The Blueberry Sour Man.
Sour Man.
6% ABV, 12 IBUs. And their little write-up, they do have it on here. It says, while brewing a new sour beer, a brewer falls into the kettle and emerges as Sour Man.
Wow.
He must hunt down and battle escaped fruit ingredient villains, or the beer will have no flavor.
Wow. All right. Well, that's a good play on words.
So
it's a good play. Well, hopefully got a good flavor. So apparently it's going to be blueberry.
It didn't say anything about that it was late at night when they were trying to come up with something to say.
Yeah, it just said blueberry.
Oh, you can smell the fruit.
Yeah, I can smell the sour.
It's kind of that reddish blue. It's like a blueberry-ish. It's not like that dark purple, but it's like a
lightish,
purplish, reddish.
Yep.
White head.
You can smell it.
And you can smell it, boy.
It's definitely sweet.
That's not too bad.
No. for a sour, not
He steered us in the right direction on that one. That was definitely a sweeter flavor.
not the sour, not the tart. Much. I'm glad. I was expecting the worst.
Well, especially when he was like, well, the two of them are on the tart side. And I was like, oh. But then this one here I think you'd probably like that one. So that's, and again, not that we wouldn't try the tart ones, but this, I think we're going to be a little more generous on our score, I guess, with it.
Yeah, because this, and that's a good thing too. The bartender, I don't know if he's a brewmaster or not, but he knew his beers.
Yeah.
He knew exactly.
Yeah, I doubt he's the brewmaster, but he knew
all
he
about
had
them.
good information on all of them because, the first thing when we said, hey, you guys do flights? Yep, there are five on a flight. We'll say, okay, if you got questions on any of them, just let me, ask me. And so he helped us kind of pick them out.
He did a really good job.
He did a really good job.
Knowledgeable.
Yep.
Very helpful.
Yep.
And then with this, steered us in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is not bad.
Tastes really good.
Would I want to drink a lot of them? Probably not. Just because of,
right.
Again, I think after a while I might get heartburn out of it, but
for sure.
But overall, for the amount we had, that was good.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
So we know it's a sour.
Yep.
So we can't hide that fact.
Right.
Is it a sweeter sour? I think it's a sweeter sour. I don't think it's up there to the level of Barntown Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Those were really good.
Those were incredible, yeah.
But I would still think this is, for me, right in that average range. I'm going to go 2.5.
Okay.
I think if you've never had a sour before and you wanted to try a sour here, that would be my choice to recommend to you.
Yep. I agree with you. I think overall, compared to sours, it's a little better than I'm going to go 2.6.
Okay.
Just because I do think it's a little better than average.
Yep.
It's not, like you said, Barntown. Those were just incredible. We've never had sours like that since.
No.
Before or since.
Yep.
But
they broke the mold.
Yeah. But this one, it was decent.
Yes.
And I don't have a problem with it. And you could drink a few of them. And, like I said, I'm sure I wouldn't want more than a couple of them because then I think I'd start getting heartburn. But it was good.
Yep.
All
right, and we're on to our last one.
So the last one we have is their 5.0. And this is a session IPA, which means it's going to be a little more mellow.
Okay.
It's 4.2% ABV and 22 IBUs. It says ultra refreshing thirst quencher, dry but not too dry, thin and easy drinking.
All right. So this is an IPA. So we have tried the full spectrum here.
Yep.
We haven't missed any of the styles. I smell hop.
The aroma, I can smell a little bit of hop.
Yep, I can smell some hop.
It's definitely clear. It's a little bit of haze to it, but not bad.
Not
white
bad.
Head.
It's not over the top hop.
No, you can taste hop, but it's pretty mellow.
Right.
It doesn't make you scratch your tongue. It doesn't taste like a hazy by any means. So, like I said, this is a session where it's going to be pretty more of a mellow flavor, and it definitely hits that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No,
for an IPA.
Yep.
Because I'm always hesitant about trying them just because they are. I'm not that bitterness just doesn't.
Yep.
To me, doesn't fit with beer.
Right.
That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like that IPA bitterness. To me, it doesn't. And this one is a good representation of a hop beer that's not over the top hop.
Yep. Yeah, I could drink a couple of them, honestly.
Yes, for sure.
If I didn't have any of these other ones to try, I could definitely drink a couple of these.
We definitely broke the mold when we started.
Yeah,
we just started with this flight first.
Little did we know
how good they were going to taste.
How good they were all going to be.
I think for me, it's not bad. It is an IPA though, so I always have to put that in the back of my head. I'm going to have to say a 2.4.
Okay.
And it's not that it's a bad one. It's just I'm not an IPA guy, so it's not right up there with what I'm looking for.
Right. I'm going to have another tie. I'm going to go with 2.7.
Okay.
For like you said, for an IPA, for a session IPA, I think it's pretty good. But again, these other ones, I'd pick a number of these other ones first.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
To drink before I'd take this one. But if this is all somebody had, I would gladly take a couple of them because it's pretty good.
Yeah. That kudos to the brewmaster. Mm-hmm. He's done a great job.
Well, considering all the different styles that we tried, they were none of them were like crazy offensive at all.
No, they were all really good.
Yeah,
that first flight was just unbelievable.
That first flight was almost
we should
dumb.
just stop right there. Drop the mic and walk.
Yeah, it was almost dumb how good that first flight was. It was like wow.
And what's weird too is I didn't see anything on their menu for barrel aging.
No, I didn't see anything like that.
You know, that at Twin Span,
Yep.
they had barrel aged, but it wasn't on tap.
No, you had
It
to
was
buy
only
a
a
bottle,
bottle,
and
and
you had to take it out. You
Right,
couldn't drink it
You
there.
couldn't even drink it on the premises.
Yep.
I mean, there's other places we've been where you could buy the bottle like 608.
Yep. And
You could
drink it
you
there.
could drink it right there, but
Yep.
there I don't know if there's a
It could be whatever license they have. You
Doesn't
know,
let 'em?
it doesn't let them do that. Maybe I'm just guessing. But yeah, that's one thing.
that
I guess
somebody's
if they don't do barrel aging here, maybe they know that they do this stuff really
Really good.
well, and
wanna stick to it?
and they're going to stick to it. Yeah.
But that's probably the only
If you could-
style that they haven't
Yeah.
crossed into is the barrel aging process.
Yep. Yep.
Other than
and
that-
maybe and who knows? Maybe they'll do that, or they got some in the back somewhere that they're
They're
just
special.
starting to go through the process. Who knows?
There's special reserve.
Yeah, but man, it was
really
this
good.
was really good. I'm glad we came here. This was
Nice stop.
Jim, you want to kind of
Yeah, I'll give you
what
my
your top 2 or 3 or whatever you want to
So
do?
I'm very glad we stopped here. And definitely for me, a diamond in the rough.
Yep.
I'm glad we stopped. I liked the Horta,
Okay. Yep.
that Baltic porter with the cinnamon and the pepper. That was really good to me. I liked Uno Mas, that Mexican lager.
Yep.
I think they had a good flavor. And I also liked the Crushin on Amber.
Yep.
I think those are my top 3. All, they're actually in the 3.0 range too.
Yep.
So I think those are good for me.
And it's funny because I had them the exact same order that you did. So I'm going to go maybe down from there. Another
Okay.
one that I thought that was honestly really good, I was surprised by, was that Tangerine.
Oh, yeah.
Tangerine one, I thought.
Tangerine Crush.
Yeah, it was
The wheat
really,
beer.
yeah, the wheat beer, which is kind of crazy to say, but I really thought that one surprised me as well.
Very good flavor.
Yeah, I think of those 4, and they'd be happy with any of them.
Yeah, and we're just getting started on our long excursion to the breweries in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, so
we're really starting off on a high note.
Yeah, this has been crazy.
We're like on an uphill trajectory of very good tasting brews.
Right now, I mean, these guys, they're pushing for the top
echelon,
top brewery here,
right
in this area. Is that so far, we've been to 3.
Yep.
Here we went to Twin Span, and what was the other one?
Oh, we went to Green Tree.
Green Tree.
Yep.
And they've all been really good.
Yes.
I mean, that's been the thing. That's what's making this difficult. Is all 3 of those have been. We have not, honestly, even before we had like a 2.4.
Yep.
Which is just a little below average, but it hasn't been like, ugh, you know what I mean? It's
right.
They made it difficult. That they've all been really good. So
they're all. I'd recommend any of these places. If somebody's in the Quad Cities area, I'd recommend stop by these breweries.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, right now the Quad Cities is pushing for one of the top
locations,
craft beer locations that we've been to.
Yeah,
and we've got, like I said, a few more
to go.
Probably another 4 or 5 that we're hoping to hit. And see how they go. But right now, the first 3 we've been to, they're pushing strong to be one of our top craft beer locations,
which is good. We like that. We
exactly.
like to make it difficult on us.
Make it tough.
Keep the good beer coming.
We hate drinking good craft beer.
Yes,
said no one ever. Well, all right, man. I guess we'll
wrap this
one up. Go back in, see what else they got. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for following along.
Yep.
Today when we were at 5 Cities Brewing.
Yep, very good.
In Bettendorf, Iowa, part of the Quad Cities. And, like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
And your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.